Hi, my name is Cozette first, and I just started going to the Blu Room because I kind of like heard the buzz about the Blu Room around town, and so I thought, oh, let's go try it out. So the first time I went to the Blu Room, I just had an amazing experience. I just felt an overwhelming sense of love, and to the point where I just started crying, and yes, I just felt extremely loved. And so I had that Blu Room experience, and then I left, and I was just like, oh, I had a wonderful Blu Room experience. And then I didn't go back for a while. And then I got a really bad earache, and so I went to the doctors, and they gave me some antibiotics. So I went on 2 rounds of antibiotics, and that didn't really help. And so I was just still having this really, really bad pain. And so, so I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the Blu Room, you know. And I had been wanting to go for a while. I was kind of like craving it, and I think it was from having that original experience with that overwhelming sense of love. It's like the love feeling was something that I hadn't felt really before, you know, like not from a parent or from a husband or a child. It was just different. And so anyways, I went to the Blu Room, and I went for like 5 days in a row or 6 days in a row. And, you know, I felt like an aching sensation in my ear. So I knew that while I was in the Blu Room, that was, you know, my ear was being healed. But I also, after going to the Blu Room for 5 days, just little situations would start to happen in my life, and I observed in myself that I had a different reaction than I would have normally had. So I had a reaction that was just more loving, and just I had more compassion, and to situations that I would have normally been maybe irritated with or annoyed with. And so I contemplated, you know, for a little bit, like, oh, like I reacted different than I would have normally reacted. I reacted out of love, compassion, and understanding. And I thought about, okay, what have I been doing different? Because I didn't connect it to the Blu Room right away. And the only thing that I had been doing different in my life was going to the Blu Room. So, so I thought about that, and I thought, oh, it's the Blu Room. And so I thought about the Blu Room, and I thought, what is, you know, the Blu Room, you know? And just reading everyone's testimonials, and I realized that it didn't matter, you know, what your background was, your backstory. It didn't matter what color you were, you know, but everyone that went into the Blu Room was having some sort of healing. And I realized that the Blu Room has no judgment. It's unconditional love. And I had an understanding and realization that I was becoming that understanding, that compassion, and that love. And so in my life now, I'm more compassionate, I'm more loving, and I'm more understanding. And you know, in every aspect of my life. Like my husband and I, we've been together for 20 years. And, you know, if you've been with someone like, you know, for that long, you know, it's easy to take that person for granted, or think, oh, you know, I know that person, you know, because you've been with them for so long. But with going to the Blu Room, like I'm able to look at him a different way, you know, as if, you know, it's almost like we've just met, you know, just having a different perspective, and yeah, looking at him different, and looking at, you know, everyone in my life with more compassion, love, and understanding. That's my story.